Hey friends and neighbors, your old buddy Doc Martin here. I came down to the local city park and make a video. Boy, times are sure getting tough around here. I don't know how they are out at your place, but hell, this morning the muffler fell off over Ranger here, and so she's kind of loud, but it gets worse. Here a few days ago, I was sitting at the kitchen table, had my tin cup in my hand, drinking my coffee. The wife, she was behind me there at the stove. She was warming up some gray water soup, put in a little bit of flour to thicken it up, because there ain't nothing worse than liquidy, all runny gray water soup. And one of her friends from the city comes to visit us. And I don't like this woman. She's ugly. And she's one of those that has her head stuck up her own ass so damn far when she brushes her teeth, she gets her hair combed at the same time. But, so she comes over. The only thing she's got going for her, she had a pup. Dropped the pup probably 5-6 months ago. So she's all bagged up. Big old cans. And here's old Doc Martin sitting there with his half cup of coffee. Ain't had no cream in his coffee forever and a day. And she drags this young'un along with her, her new pup. Well, she unravels that little scoundrel. And, just the biggest head I'd ever seen on anything. I mean, it almost looks like an abscess, like on a cow or a horse. And you just want to poke it, to see how firm it is. So anyway, she unravels this kid, and I'm kind of eyeballing them big old milk cans of hers, and she unravels the kid, and she's talking to the wife, and so she's sitting next to me there, and the wife is behind me, still at the stove, stirring up the gray water soup. And she points out, she says, "Well, how do you like Junior's embroidered shirt? Got his initials on it. NBA." Well, sometimes a guy has to think out loud. So I said, "NBA?" I said, "Is that because his head's the size of a basketball?" Well, I tell you what, if you've never heard the sound of a cast iron skillet flying through the air, it sounds like one of them bombers in the old World War II movies, where it peels off and goes down. That's what a cast iron skillet sounds like flying through the air. Whacks me right in the back of the head. So I'm sitting there about half addled, and wondering what the hell, So now I got one eyeball, it's fishing. The other one, it's hunting worms. And I'm sitting there just sober as a judge with this knot growing on the back of my skull. Well, old Miss Milk Cans there, she decides, the kid, he's fussing a little bit. So, instead of going in the other room or whatever, she just reaches down in that old blouse and whips one of them big old duffers right out. And I tell you, she should have been in the milking parlor like 4 days ago. I said, because as soon as she whips that thing out, that son of a bitch, it's just shooting all over like the end gun on the center pivot. It's shit. I'm sitting there, I got my coffee cup. I'm trying to get a little cream in my damn coffee. Well, that old kid, he spots that big old thing hanging out there, dangling above that melon of his. And he's going after that son of a gun like a goddamn bass at a topwater lure. Well, shit, I'm sitting here, got one eyeball there and the other one looking yonder way. Next thing I know, I got my tin cup and banging the kid on the side of the head. We're fighting for position. And that didn't go out too well. He got a hold of that thing, and I lost out. So here I sit, still nothing to eat, still no cream for my coffee. Times are getting pretty tough. Haven't had much. The old wife, she wouldn't give me none of that gray water stew. Don't even have a 3-piece chicken dinner anymore, plumb out of corn. So, it's about lunchtime now. I think the only thing the guys got left to do, I think I'll drive over to KFC and lick other people's fingers. You folks have a good day.